How's it going? Back at it again. And we have made it to the 100th episode of this series. When I started this franchise, I never thought I'd ever get this far. It's quite remarkable that we are even at this point in time. I think it's truly amazing of how far this series has went. And I think I'm very, very happy with how far it's went and how it's went. I think it's been a great thing to learn from and to get the experience of winning the World Series as well as losing the World Series. I think has helped. I think it is something to admire from afar, and I'm just very happy that I've put the time and the effort in to get into this place. There's times where, I wondered if the series would end, and I kept it moving, and, we did it. We're at 100, and I don't think it stops here, I think there's still plenty of story to tell with this team. We still got a couple months before the new game comes out, and, it's really going to be intriguing to see how the story really ends for us. There's just some uncertainty in the air with us not winning. You know, at the moment, we're 9 games under 500. We haven't been in the playoffs since winning the World Series, and it's almost a 2-year drought now. And, once you start losing and not making the playoffs every year, you begin to wonder if you ever will again. And it just gets tough. It's, you just never know. And, it's on us to really figure it out and put it together. Just going through some of the scouted players here, trying to find someone to add to the board for positional. We found a steal. If y'all did not see that, we got a steal with Sandy Denson, a first baseman that's ranked 9th on our board, a switch hitting Venezuelan first baseman, and he will start at a low overall. It'll be another journey to develop a player like him, but he looks pretty good, man. He's got what you like in a player. He's got great vision, good contact skill. He can potentially hit for power in the future. He'll be a below average power hitter, but just on the break of being an average hitter and switch hitting ability. Very intriguing skill set. I guess you could look at a guy like David Brock, perhaps. We just drafted a catcher a year ago, and Brock would be interesting, but I'm talking myself into it. Let's scout David Brock. Want to make sure we have the right scout before we send him on the mission. And yeah, let's go after David Brock and see how good he is. We also have pitchers getting scouted. Fernando Quezada is quickly jumping up the board. You got a guy like Killian Rigdon, who is the 3rd best player on our board. He is a dangerous pick, though, because, that's a really wide scale. I mean, potentially he could be a 99 potential guy, but also he could be 76, and you're screwed. I think I'm pretty happy with what we got going on here. It's already got pretty good interest in the team, which is good. Wow, we're ranked first in closer and relief pitcher, but starters are ranked 17th. In the last episode, we really highlighted what a season Miguel Lopez has had. And if he continues his pace and the way he's playing, Miguel Lopez will be either the second or third pitcher on this team. You know, even with great years from Almanzar, look at that whip from Fernando. You know, some of these advanced numbers for these guys are really intriguing. You know, like you got Miguel Lopez, who, I mean, Montoya, who's started 14 games, has given you 9 quality games. Got 10 from Collier, and even 9, almost to his career high already, as Fernando Almanzar has really put together a pretty good early campaign. You know, Harding has struggled, but Lopez has really picked it up. You know, I just don't understand why this team is not a winner. You know, I'm having a hard time figuring it out. And, I guess you could look at some of the statistics here. Is this like the same story as a year ago? 27th in batting average. Not the same team as a year ago that was hitting like pros. You know, we're not getting as many at-bats. We're not scoring any runs. We have a bottom 5 offense. We're not even hitting for power. 23rd in home runs. Like, this team is really, it's really in shambles right now. You got players like Jordan Walker who continue to get better. He's +5 on power left. He's transcendent. Jordan Walker, I never thought would turn into a 99 overall player, but the last 2 years, he's on a different planet. And to think that we wasted a Jordan Walker year where he hit for 400 on base and almost 600 slug. I'm really ashamed with how this team has played. I think we need to be a playoff team, but we're just not doing something right. Colt Keith has really taken a step back here. He's in a slump. Donaldson's on base is not on par with what he's done in his career. He's struggled as well with his on base. You know, you got guys like Wyatt Langford that are having career years though. 375 on base so far. Even, you know, on base is just down across the board. Cross's is up, but his was never impressive. Carrara's on base is, this OPS is one of the saddest OPSs I think I've ever had on my lineup. I've never seen an OPS that low. Soderstrom was wow, and then Blitz is almost just as bad as Carrara's. You know, the bottom of this order definitely you could point to of a reason why this offense isn't playing as good. I think Carrara just needs to hit 9th until proven that he shouldn't. Another thing is Joel Fong he's really regressed in a lot of ways, and probably gonna have to move him down the lineup. Tim Wells is having a tough go as well. You know, who is playing good? Man, I don't know, man. This is tough to look at right now. I think obviously you move Garrett Reed up. When Enrique Domingo has a batting average than you really need to be concerned. Oh, this is right-handed pitching? Oh, that was left-handed pitching I was looking at. I'd like to move Feliz up here. I just don't know if he's really earned that spot. He's doing so well where he is. It's not something I'd want to tinker with too much. I think maybe this would work. And maybe I should be batting. Nah, Fong is good where he is, I think. Move up Nacho to 5th, I guess. You know, someone that could be promoted here shortly is Chad Bennett. I think he's really in line to be the shortstop of AAA. You know, spots there for him. We got third base open. We've got short that's opened. Those are really the two spots that you can play for. I mean, you could argue that Garrett Reed is on the bubble. And, you know, you just gotta find it. Villalobos, he's up to a 70. He's actually made himself a bit more interesting. He's finally starting to get to that potential. He's in a better spot than even Bronson Aaron, which is concerning. You know, maybe we move Aaron to Double-A and let him, you know, try to get some good form. You know, for development's sake, I'd like Aaron to be in AAA, seeing how he's on his last year of his options. Kind of a make or break development year for him, but maybe Villalobos is the guy I need to be looking for. You know, he's got the great arm. He can block better, which it matters. But enough of the chit chat. Look at that. Look at the naturals. 40 and 22. Storm Chaser's not so good. But yeah. The main team has struggled. And it's really on us to get out of it. We're 8th in pitching. Our defense must be what's... You know, I just don't have the answer. But I'm going to sim this game. I don't want to play against the Red Sox. They've already taken 2 of the series. I mean, at this point, I'm willing to enter the game and try to win. I mean, if it's this close, I think you should give yourself an opportunity to win. And I think one of the big things that's really, you know, come up and really been bothersome is the ability to drive in runners in scoring position. I just don't think we've done that enough.
Now batting.
And I think that's why we're kind of in the hole that we're in. At pitch you want to start swinging at when you come in off the bench. And Phillips has a ton of good stuff to work with. Oh, and Keith just hammers it, and this is going to be hit far and over the wall in a tied game. And that wall might have just saved the Red Sox from giving up multiple runs. That ball was drilled. Got the fastball. And here's Donaldson. Just laid on the curve. Donaldson can put his team ahead. Two on, 2 out. Phillips way inside with a fastball there. And Phillips finding a strike when he needed it. Out on the chase.
2-2.
Way too far off the plate for even. Donaldson the chase. And Donaldson puts it in play. And this is going to take the lead. A 2-run double from Donaldson. And he might not make it. He does with a bad throw from left. And Gerald Donaldson has put the Royals ahead by 2. Good piece of hitting. Takes the ball pull-side. Gets a weakly hit ball for a double. Here's Jonathan Hernandez.
Ball.
And he starts off with a sinker against one of the best hitters in baseball. Hernandez has a sinker, a slider, and a change. And he just threw that sinker right in Walker's wheelhouse.
Ball.
Unafraid of the consequences there. And way away. Donaldson's going to run. And he'll make it. And 90 feet away from scoring on his own. A 3-1 count to Walker. They don't want to pitch to him, it seems. Donald and Walker took a swing at it. And that was kind of tough to gauge. And Walker just fouls that one away. This is not a player you want to see when you're a pitcher. And we strike out and make Walker look awful. Well, we do get the job done. And we give us an opportunity now to bring in Walter Wannabe, the closer. Wannabe 13 of 14 in his save attempts. He's really coming into his all. I'm really impressed with how Walter has played. I think he's done what I've drafted him to do. And you know, if Walter is the guy for the next 6-7 years, I'll be happy. But even if Walter is a setup guy for Howard Hanna, if he really blossoms into a young, great stud pitcher that I think he will, I think Wannabe's value is still very high. You know, I'm a fan of Wannabe. You know, he got drafted the year the Fong boys got drafted, and he's been awesome for me. And that is a big hit given up to Kyle Teal. The catcher getting a big hit, and this could be a triple. He will stay at second. I just noticed it's the 8th inning, and I put Wannabe out there, expecting him to get a 2-inning save. Not good management by me at all. I should have had Newton Odell in the game. And now we're going against one of the hardest people I go against to get out. It's Marshall.
1-2.
Tricked him on the changeup on that pitch. And Marshall fouls it away. Marshall can very quickly tie the game with one swing, but he strikes out.
No, outside.
Wannabe kicks his leg and gets Castro to swing and miss. Up in the air, it's to Witt, and this will be the final out of the 8th inning. I feel foolish not realizing the spot I thought we were going into the 9th inning, but foolishly I forgot we're not the home team. They got Kyle Tucker. Yikes. Here is Wyatt Langford against Bachman. Bachman offers a changeup on the inside part of the plate. Langford a bit early. And Langford just smokes it through the hole. And he got the changeup again, and he was on it. Now it's Gavin Cross, 0 for 4 on the day. We'll see what Cross can do here.
1-0.
Starts him off inside with a two-seamer.
Ball outside.
Up and away. 2-0 to the lefty, Bachman. And Gavin Cross takes it to right field. And see you later. The lefty hitting a home run in Fenway. Right where you're supposed to. His 6th home run of the season, and that goes 455 feet. And we are pouring it on Boston here in the 9th inning. What can go wrong will go wrong here for the Red Sox. And Cross trying to end the skid. Help us climb the standings a little bit. Here's Bernardo Rodriguez. And he hits a weak single up the middle for a base hit. So all 3 runners have gotten on. Now it's Bobby Witt Jr. 2 for 3 on the day. And Bachman finds the zone of a high heater. Did not want to offer on a pitch there. Not my cup of tea.
No, that's a ball.
That one inside. Put in the box, 1-1. And Witt just missed the slider. Man, I remember the one playoff year where we couldn't hit the slider at all. And he just struck us out. That just brought back bad memories right there. Here's Mike Trout.
The third baseman, Mike Trout.
Into play today. And another pitcher's worst nightmare right here. Even at his advanced age, Mike Trout
0-1.
is still Mike Trout. A good swing, he just missed it. Trout down 0-2. The slider has worked for Bachman here. Although he starts to tire. And he blew it by Trout, and Mike Trout goes down. But the rookie, well, the second-year man, Juan Castro, in to hit in the 9th. And he hit one weakly. He tried to offer him a slider, and this is where Bachman can get in trouble. He does not do good against left-handed hitters, it seems. And no way, Juan Castro, opposite field, and over the Green Monster for his home run. Two bombs off of Bachman in the 9th inning. Pretty much put this game away.
Now for the Red Sox.
And it's Garrett Whitlock coming in to end this game, trying to get the final out for the Sox, who have given up. They've given up 7 unanswered runs in the last inning and 2/3. And here's Cole Keefe, who started it all. He blasts one, and he's going to get on with another double. Cole Keefe. Man, it feels like we're playing at Coors Field right now with the way the ball is flying out here. Here's Gerald Donaldson again. Oh man, we recognized that pitch. We were too early on it. Donaldson 2 for 5 today. He hit the big double.
High.
It just doesn't seem like it's going to be Donaldson's at bat this time. Whitlock trying to end the inning. And Donaldson's going to get a base hit and get on anyway. And here comes the most dangerous player in the lineup.
Up
It's
next,
Jordan Walker's turn.
the designated hitter, Jordan Walker.
Three high.
Up and in on Walker.
No ball. One strike. Ball.
That one goes outside. A 1-1 count now.
Earth.
Walker gets one blown by
1-2.
him. That was 94.
High.
And the Slurve strikes out Walker. So Walker unable to get on. But a 17-hit day for the Royals. Looks like it will be enough. I'm going to put Odell in. Just to preserve
For Kansas City,
wannabe.
number 21,
1-0.
Newton.
Oh, this is not the pitch I wanted, but it just fooled Tucker.
One ball.
Wanted the
One
cutter.
strike. 2-1.
And Tucker waits.
3-1.
3-1 to Tucker. And Odell is going to give up the 4th hit of the day to Tucker. So some life here for the Red Sox in the 9th. Down 6. Duran swing and miss on the 99.
0-1. Yep.
And Odell quickly punches out Duran with a strikeout. But another lefty bat in for the Sox.
1-0. That's a strike.
Kirilov swing and miss.
1-1.
It's amazing that we're 9 years in and Alex Kirilov is still a good baseball player.
Ball. No. Two
And he's
balls.
only
2 strikes.
34 years old at this point. He is one of the guys you should want on this game. And what a jump throw from Keith to end the game. Keith's double tied the game, and Donaldson's double won us the game. And we do our job. We come through when we need it. And that's what the team needs to do if we want to be a playoff team. We need to win. Period. Juan Castro, player of the game, a home run, and 4 RBIs with 2 other hits to go with it. A terrific game for him. Donaldson gets 2 doubles. Cross hits a home run. We showed up when we needed to the most. We dropped 10 runs in the last 2 innings. Man, the Red Sox really blew this game. Wow. Diego Fuentes is back. He's back after injury. What do you do at this point then? We don't have to make a roster move. Fuentes is the 26th man. He was tearing it up. Got a bit of a cluster here to figure out. Pizza's starting to do good too. It's gonna be tough to figure out. I don't know if I want to force Fajita to play in the field. This is a tough decision. It sucks Kareem Watkins can't play shortstop because we'd be able to figure this out a lot sooner. Man, Rick Francis coming a player right before my eyes. Maybe I have to move on from Yoder, man. Man, it's really tough to decide what I want to do here. I want to bench Claudio Ramos. It's a tough decision to make, but I'm going to bench Ramos. And I'm going to let Mike play first base. I don't think Diego Fuentes will be in AAA for much longer. And we'll get Ramos back in the fold, I think. Yep, I think that's what we'll do. I think we'll just let the month play out before we make any organizational moves. Going up against the 500 Houston Astros. I was about to call them the Houston Rockets. And currently the Baltimore Orioles are 39-33 and they hold the wild card. If we want to make the wild card, we better hurry up because it's not looking good this year. I mean, we have a better chance of winning the division even, and I don't know. This is a tough year right now. The Twins are taking off. gonna have to hope that some teams just start losing and we start winning everything, because this is becoming unfavorable at this point. And we lose this first game of the series 7-0 with Caleb Collier on the mound. Collier gave up 4. Washington gave up 3. Just not what I want to see. Almanzar against Espanol, and we do not win that game. And this came down to the bullpen. Fernando Almanzar, he shoved 5 innings of 1-run baseball, and we cannot find the offense to win. I'm just... I don't even know if sad's the word. Let's get a game in with Donaldson against the left-handed pitcher, and we'll see if we can win a game. We've allowed Houston to be 2 games above 500, and we're back at 9 games under. It's really just sad how this World Series winning team has fallen to this place. At this point, do you consider trading Jordan Walker if we're 15 to 20 games under 500? I mean, do you want to re-sign him for another year if you're not going to win? I mean, you could always get the compensatory pick for him, but that hurts. That's not really what we need. We need a player. And I don't really want to give up on Jordan Walker. I'm very high on him. I think another year would be great, even 2. He's a 99 overall. You don't replace players like Jordan Walker. Of course, you open up a spot. You allow the team to get younger. But Jordan Walker is not a guy that you want to end up on a team that you don't want him to. I mean, could you potentially re-sign Walker and trade him? I guess you could do that. But I'd rather win with Walker. We've won 1 World Series with Walker. Why not try to get 2 with Witt and Walker? You know, blowing up this core hurts, and I don't know if I'm ready to do that. Because if we trade Walker, might as well trade Keith. And it just gets tough. You gotta make decisions like that. So we're offering a changeup, a curveball on the first pitch. And Donaldson not quick enough to get on it. Here's Andy Rodriguez. You know, I have to wonder, if I signed Juan Soto, if I was more serious about getting him, more aggressive, do we make the playoffs in year 8? Do we have a chance to win another World Series? You know, decisions like that are going to be questioned from this point on as we continue to build with the draft pieces that we had. You know, I think a lot of similarities between the Royals and the Buffalo Sabres are going to start to appear. Oh my goodness. I thought I waited perfectly, but I was too late on it. And this one is early. Liberatore doing just the right things against Donaldson to keep him off balanced. But, you know, this team kind of reminds me of the Buffalo Sabres, minus Walker and Keith. And we have great players. The game made me touch the bag before I threw it. I wanted to throw Acuna out, and now they score. And I have a big feeling it had to do with that play. ripped through from Donaldson and finally showing his worth. But, you know, are we the Buffalo Sabres? You know,
Designated hitter.
are we going to keep these young players, hope they hit their potential, struggle with them hitting their potential, and try to hope and pray that it works out?
Leading off for the Royals,
You know, I don't know if that's the way to go.
Jared
You know, I'm trying.
Donaldson.
Donaldson rips that one on the ground right to short to second, Mauricio. And Kansas City comes back and wins off the bat of rookie Mark Carrara.
Our final line score this
So I realized that I spelled Carrara's name wrong in the thumbnail then. It's all A's. 3 A's and was that 3 R's? So I'll remember that next time. Another series against the Boston Red Sox. This one is at home. And former Royal Gavin Williams doing Gavin Williams things, and maybe potentially our new ace just completely shoves 0 earned runs in 6 innings. Is he our ace? Is Miguel Lopez the ace of this team, man? 9-1 with a 2.43 ERA. I think maybe the happiest that we can be with a pitcher that we've drafted so far. These numbers are pretty sad though with Carrara, but I'm going to get a game in with him. I always get a game in with him every video. You guys are probably sick of it. And I don't know. I like it. I like playing with Carrara. I have a lot of hope for him. You know, if this year's not his best year, I don't want to write him off. There's times where I've regretted re-signing him to the contract, or not re-signing him, but just extending him. But I've said countless times, I think Carrara makes or breaks the series. You know, how he develops, I think, determines if we can be a great team. You know, we're not going to be a dynasty with the current core that we have if we're not going to make the playoffs. But with Carrera's contract, we have a chance to build a different dynasty with Donaldson, Carrara, the Fong brothers. Chris Feliz could sneak up there. They got Nixon Lane, who I think is going to be a valuable player to this team one day. And I think he's kind of what this team needs right now. He's Manuel Montoya, and he's kind of a, you know, it's a grab bag of performance so far. You don't really know what you're going to get from Montoya. Here we are with the bases loaded against the former Royal Andrew Vaughn. And that one hit hard right past the glove of Carrara. And this will score 1. And it's 1-0 in the first inning. Good job from Montoya to keep it 1-0, but the former Cleveland Guardian, Ricky Titleman, is the pitcher today against Mark Carrara. And yeah, Carrara, he definitely struggles hitting the changeup sometimes. And that will end this at-bat. And a blooper hit for Carrara. And when you're hitting 183 under the Mendoza line, you take what you can get. He can't believe it. He's happy. He said, hey man, they all count.
Now batting, the first baseman, Alex.
He's Alex Kirilloff after York broke the game open again with a home run against Montoya. And again, Montoya giving up home runs when his best stat is home run per 9. And Devers hits a 2-run home run off of Montoya. He's giving home runs to everyone. He must be feeling Oprah-ish. Carrara on the ground, but foul. He pulled it down the third baseline and gonna keep it fair. And that one goes past him. Carrara has the slouched, lean forward swing. He's on his toes. And he strikes out to end the 5th inning. Down 6-3. Deivi Garcia in the pitch. Walker and Keith hit a home run, but the Red Sox also hit home runs. Carrara swings and misses on a hittable fastball. He was again too early. I am baffled on that one. Garcia has me in a blender. And they say we swung. We couldn't check it in time, and that will end the 7th inning. Not a showcase game for Carrara. Whips it over to first. And that's an out. And the Red Sox continue to pile it on us. No mercy from the Sox. But Evan Phillips knows this game is not over yet. As he gets one more batter in the box, it's Mark Carrara's turn. And he hits it hard on the ground to Devers. But the Red Sox will win. And Titleman gets the victory behind a good, timely offensive performance from the Red Sox. They're such a gritty, tough baseball team. It's hard to beat those guys consistently. You know, this is what good baseball teams look like. They might not have the best players, but they play the game the right way. And they just make it hard for you to beat them. And that's what this team used to be. But we're not really that much anymore. David Brock has become more of an intriguing player, but he is a project. But it's good to know that he is a good player. Oh, we got a couple weeks left. No, I don't think it's a bad idea to give a guy like Rich Gonzalez a look. But actually, I think my board's indicating it's not a good idea. Running out of positional players to really be interested in. I guess you got a guy like Rick Lopez, but I don't really see the value in even thinking about drafting him. guy like Derek Schofield, I guess, could be intriguing. You know, pretty developed player with good stuff. You know what? I think I'm in on Derek Schofield. Let's see what he's all about. We'll have him 100% scouted in a week. Two-way players to see right now. Was a two-way player the last draft, and I don't know if he even signed or not. But I'm happy with that scouting. Let's finish the series against Boston, and you go against one of the best pitchers in baseball in Jeff Combs. And Combs gets the win. Ay caramba. It's amazing how we find ways to not win some of these games. Let's just view the box score to see what could have happened. Well, what happened was the combination of Collier and Washington gave up 6 runs. You know, it's tough to really evaluate Washington's season. I mean, he's given up a pretty high whip. You know, Fib and the component ERA aren't really serving him well either. Maybe we need to see more Charles Lewis in that spot. Then again, he's not providing that much better stuff either. Ben Joyce has only pitched 13 innings. That's a crime. I think we need to consider making a trade here. First of all, Ben Joyce needs to be this. I think Washington needs less. I think the player that we would like to trade would be Bubba Chandler. Obviously, he's having a horrendous year. His fib is not terrible, but his whip is insanely high. Preferably, we would trade Chandler to a National League team. And a guy like, you know, Chandler, he would be the best relief pitcher on the Brewers. Even the Nationals could use a guy like Chandler. Edward Julian could be a nice player for a flip. He's having a great year, so it's going to be kind of tough to get him. He's got great discipline. He just doesn't bring a lot of clutch or power to the plate. You know, if I trade Chandler, I want a player that's flexible and can play a bunch of positions. That's kind of what I'm looking for in return. Why did they sign Colson Montgomery, man? I don't really need an outfielder. So I guess we'll see what the Brewers have to offer here. Vientos could be intriguing. Okay, I like Mark Vientos, I think, is intriguing for this team. Yes, so we don't really have a partner for this trade right now. You could consider the Cardinals. I love Tom Donaldson right now. That would be a great fit. But missed out on that one. See, like the years that I didn't need to be good, we missed out on players on like Donaldson. But the years that I ain't good, I mean, there's not a Tom Donaldson in this draft. I could trade for my enemy, Jose Miranda. I kind of like this trade. I really like this trade, actually. And I guess we'll have to look for a throw-in here. Yeah, we're definitely not going to throw in Mike Burke. That's not going to happen. Oh, Sam Ibanez finally lost the game. Alright, Gary Moncelli. Sorry, dude, you gotta go. And I think that'll help our team out, honestly. I mean, obviously the bat will help our team, but maybe it'll put less strain on the lineup. Maybe we can see some better production. I mean, Miranda can step in and he can play for any of these players when needed. I mean, so can Curtis, but he's not really having the offensive production you want to see. Miranda's had a ton of at-bats. You've taken the starter out of the lineup with that move. But I think it helps them with their pitching rotation, man. Maybe we just move Washington down to a middle reliever. And Lewis and Joyce are the two guys we try to make the best of. But now that the business of baseball is over, let's carry on with the season and a series against the New York Yankees in Yankee Stadium. My favorite stadium to play in. I like Yankee Stadium. I'm a fan of the stadium. I want to get a lefty in, but we're at Yankee Stadium. Let's get Juan Castro in here. Let's see what Castro can do. The Yankees coming off of winning a World Series are now 44-34. It took the Yankees a couple years to really make the playoffs. I think that was their first year making the playoffs, and I believe they won it all the way. If not the year before, they made it as well. But I don't think they did. You know, the Red Sox and Baltimore, Tampa Bay have really owned that division. Toronto has kind of been in the basement along with the Yankees, but Toronto's really found some good players along the way. And the Yankees have rebuilt their team into a winner after Aaron Judge is playing on a different team. Here's Jackson Ferris against Juan Castro.
No balls, one strike.
And Castro goes down swinging on a fastball. Here's Almanzar against Elton Tripp. And driven. Castro on a rope. He's going to throw him out. Bears challenging him on basically every pitch. Not afraid of Castro by the slightest bit. Castro having a tough time at the plate right now. Against Ferris, he's confusing him a bit. It's going from left to right. You just don't know where the baseball is going. It's not going down the middle anytime soon, it doesn't seem like. As soon as I say it, it's like it hears me. He taunts me with a 93 four-seamer that we can't get anything on. Rodriguez hits the only knock of the game for a score. Castro sends this one into left field, and it will be caught. And now it's Juan Castro against Malcolm Reese, the right-handed hitter, right-handed pitcher. And Castro bats from the left side of the batting box this time. This is probably his stronger side, is being a lefty. And Castro poops it off the glove. Is this an error? I don't know what they're going to call it.
The batter,
They say it's a base hit.
second baseman, Cole
He'll take what he can get. And it's a 3-2 game. Keefe hits a 2-run single, but the Yankees hit a 2-run double. And MC Kenley Moore is the pitcher. He can hit 98, and he also throws a slider. Starts him off with a 94. And right to the first baseman, and that will be the final out. New Nodell pitching against Elton Tripp, who is having a pretty good year. And man, look at this Elton Tripp, man. He's a first baseman that could switch hit. Drafted by the Yankees. He came up in 27. He hit 23 knocks the 1 year, 23 bombs. He's like a Donaldson, but more advanced as a contact hitter. Look at that discipline. Look at that. He's a good, solid player, man. This is a very good player. A 400 on base. He's already had a 400 on base season. This dude is like an Albert Pujols with less power. As a switch hitter, I think that's what it said Tripp was. So we hit to Castro, and he scoops it. Outstand C. "21 home runs as a rookie." And this will be a base hit off of the glove of Keefe to start the ninth off a wannabe. And the Yankees cannot get the win. Almanzar, 6 innings, he gives up 2 earned. But again, he's pitched very well. He's shown his worth this season, I think, as well. I'm very impressed with how Almanzar has been performing. Wow, Clayton Berman is in the Yankees system, and he's pitching. You also got Chase Hampton. But Berman is the most impressive pitcher, it seems. If I have to pick, I want to play Berman, and I want to get another game in with Mark Carrera. You know, if Colt Keefe doesn't come back next year, I wonder what I would like to do at second base. You know, it's kind of a tough spot to fill. I mean, you could potentially get a shortstop in there and move Witt to second. It's always that possibility. You could think of some strategies. I mean, I guess you could potentially move Carrara to second base and play Walker at third. And then you bring up, you know, either Hiroshi Fong or Mixon Lane to play DH. Dan C hits a home run, and he scores 2 runs on that one off of Harding. Carrara off 1 foot, makes it look easy. I think right now Carrara's a 3-2 to 4-2 kind of player. Gotta hit that fastball. That's a slurve. That's not a fastball. And Berman has a ton of pitches. This should be a very annoying game. Not liking the windup I'm seeing. Usually indicates if I'm going to do good or bad, and it's not a sound if you're an opposing hitter you want to hear. I already know what comes after strike three, so I'm not excited if I do that. And Berman blows the whistle. Berman had a no-hitter the last time Carrera hit. Only one hit to this point.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, you gotta freaking kill that pitch, man. You gotta hit that one, bro. And that one, dude. Like, these are the pitches that make Carrera the player he should be. He should destroy that pitch every time.
Hey, come on now, one time, right here,
And down he goes for the second time.
Who's hitting for the Royals?
And he will get pinch hit for. And we get to go against Johan Duran. I am going to simulate. I do not want to. I will not hit him. I'm glad that Bobby Witt did it. I know if I would have came into that game, we wouldn't have won. I'll take a free win. I don't care. I was only there to hit with Carrara anyway. They should have given him the opportunity, not what he did.
Our
But
final line
Bobby
score
Witt
tonight.
wins the game.
First for the victorious Kansas City Royals.
And to be fair, if Carrara is not hitting, he should get pinched hit for, you know, the dude we just traded for. He should be pinched hit for him. That's what should happen. And wow, I didn't know that we were facing Casey Mize. I want to get a game in against him. Miguel Lopez pitching. And the former Royal pitcher that we've turned into the player he is now. Casey Mize, a former first overall pick of the Detroit Tigers. I mean, why not ruin Carrara's average a bit more? Why not add that in there? Wow, the Yankees got Keibert Ruiz. Andres Jimenez is hitting that again. Man, these guys are freaking loaded. Spencer Jones and Peraza.
And now, your New York Yankees.
Walker hits a 2-run home run.
Third baseman, Mark
And Casey Mize gets to face the young rookie, Mark Carrera.
That's out.
You know, I think something we need to try to do more with Carrara is walk. If they don't give you a pitch to hit, just take the walk. And that's something I just need to be better with Carrara. I got to treat him like Gavin Cross.
Wong.
I got to be patient. I got to pick it out. But I have gotten pitches to hit with Carrara that he just is not capable of hitting at times. And it's kind of frustrating.
Inside ball.
I mean, he's missed fastballs that are hittable. He's missed sliders and splitters that go down the middle. Good swings are not good enough for Carrara at times, and this is what takes me out of it.
2 strikes. Ball. That pitch is out.
A 2-2 count to Carrara from Mize. And that's what I'm talking about. We're swinging out of the zone. Our own worst enemy at that point.
The right fielder, Wong. Castro.
That's fine now. You gotta learn. It's Carrera's first year. Just gotta be patient with the kid, man. He's gonna do that. Not every at bat's gonna be a home run. Here's Anthony Volpe. And Carrera throws it across the diamond and gets the out.
The first baseman, number 17, Elton Trick.
Still 2-3, and MC Kenley Moore is the pitcher. And this is just foolishly hit
He's out.
for an out. Another chance for Carrera to perhaps humiliate himself. Goes against Malcolm Reese after Colt Keefe gives us a lead. And Reese has a fastball, a slider, a curve, and a sinker.
That's a ball.
Carrera swinging a miss on a sinker.
Yep, that ball went out. Three.
And he struck him out. Walker gets player of the game. Lewis a win. And MC Kenley Moore takes the L. We're 6 games under 500 with a 4-game series against the Chicago White Sox. I think it's imperative that we win 3 of the next 4. And we get a series against Detroit, and currently the season series against Detroit has not been favorable. We're 1-6 against the Detroit Tigers this year. And if we want to make the playoffs, that's gonna have to change with this free game set coming up. Got the draft here in 16 days, and I want to play as many of these games as I can before the draft this year. I kind of screwed up a year ago by just jumping into the draft, and I was not ready to do that day. But I made the best of it, and wow, Jordan Walker, 20 home runs. Let's get a game in with Bobby Witt. I wanted to go with Donaldson, but I think Witt is the play. I think I really need to start playing with Jordan Walker more and more, and Langford too. I think they deserve to get spotlighted more than some of the players that have struggled. But
Batting third,
I don't know.
the designated hitter,
Trent Bleacher or Boucher. Not a hitter you want to see when you're pitching. This is only going to get 2, and this will tie the game. Boucher did his job. Eder against Witt. Jake Eder has a fastball, a curve, and a change.
Yeah.
And he fools Witt.
No ball. One strike. Ball. Two one.
Witt hits it softly in the air and it falls for a base hit. So 2 on for the rookie. And nobody out. Donaldson drives home a single. That's Calf against Montoya in the second inning. Weekly hit. Witt passes off Carrara. And a rangy throw from Witt will get him.
Batting seventh.
Come on, Danny, one time. Here we go.
1-0.
Witt takes it up the middle, and this could score another run. And Witt will get an RBI single.
The batter.
I didn't really think he hit it that hard. He got 99 exit velocity on this, and it didn't really seem like it was that hard hit, but it did. I mean, the numbers are the numbers.
Witt Jr.
What makes it look easy on some of these plays. He's so good at going up the middle. Going up against Mason Black now.
Hurry. 0-1.
But coming off a game where he struck out 2 times, he looked like Mark Carrara. Witt takes this one in the left field, but not hit well enough. Here's Witt against Mason Black here in the 8th inning.
Hey, your turn. Drive him in. Keep it going.
An RBI spot for Witt, and this is where he was good at. This season only hitting 156 with runners on in scoring position. And this time he's gonna make him pay. It's off the wall, and Witt's speed will get him to second. An RBI double for the face of the franchise, Bobby Witt Jr. That one was hammered. Walker
Number 7.
makes it 8-1.
Bobby Witt Jr.
The Royals offense really finding a good rhythm early in the series.
Ball 1. 1-1.
Rip up there. Let's go.
Witt hits it weakly up in the air, and he will go 3 for 5 on the day.
Our
Montoya
final line
goes
score
9
tonight. First
innings.
for the victorious Kansas
Complete
City
game,
Royals, 8 runs on
1-run
14
game.
hits. No error.
And this is what we need him to do more consistently. Be that ace of the team. We've not seen it enough from Manuel. And it's a 4-game win streak, and we head off to another game in Chicago. We're going to be playing all these games this series. Why not get a game in with Jordan Walker against the White Sox? And pitcher Samuel Venezuela.
Yeah, keep it going.
Here's Jordan Walker. Could be a free agent here in a couple months. After that one, just unable.
Hey, drive that pitch. Oh, here we go.
Now batting.
Walker comes up with 2 on and 2 out.
Walker.
Strike.
Walker waves.
0 balls, 1 strike. Timeout.
Langford and Donaldson are on for Walker, and Walker gonna go after the high fastball, and this one will carry deep into the outfield grass for an out. Valenzuela's gotten the better of Walker today. And Walker again rolling over on that one for an out. Justin Fishman is the pitcher. Walker on an 8-game hitting streak, and it seems like I'm gonna ruin it. This could be caught, and it will be. It's not Mark Carrara. Mason Black to pitch in a 9th, and Walker's last chance to keep the hitting streak going.
Ball.
If I'm Mason Black, I'm just gonna walk him. I'm not gonna pitch to him.
Hey, you can do it. No one better. Let's go.
Heat. Ha.
Hey, you're big.
That was an amazing pitch from Black there. That one was a good pitch. Walker finally, he waits for a pitch to hit, but this one will be out. But the best at bat of the night comes in the 9th inning. And we barely hold on to win.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious
Kind of
Kansas
concerned
City
with that
Royals,
ending.
10 runs, 15 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base.
Tuttle gives up 2, Washington gives up 3,
For the White
Redance
Sox,
comes in,
8
gives up
runs,
a
10 hits,
run.
No errors. They left
Redance has
12
really
runners on
proven that
base.
he might not belong yet. He needs to do better. A 2 home run game from Langford and a double. That's elite numbers right there, man. And now we're gonna play Noah Schultz, and I think it's time to ruin Langford's hidden streak. Let's hop into a game with him. I haven't played with Langford too much this year, and he's really grown into a great player. And look at that, 4 games under 500. Chance to make it free if a win today comes. Look at Noah Schultz, man. He is a big, tall pitcher. Langford with 2 on and 2 out, but both in scoring position for Langford.
See it, drive it. Let's go.
Against Noah Schultz, the lefty.
Ball, that's out.
I think Langford's contempt, if you want to walk him, as you can see, he's 9th in the American League in walks.
You got it. No one better. Here we go.
And this one is hit up in the air, and it's off of the glove. No, it's gone for a home run. Wyatt Langford just hit a 3-run home run. I hit RB, so I couldn't really get a good judge of the ball. I didn't think I hit it that well, but Langford, he knew it right away. This one, right over the wall.
Batting 8, the catcher, Corey Lee.
Almanzar is the pitcher, and he's in a bit of a jam, and this one hit hard. Throw in. And this is going to easily stop him. Carrara throws out the runner at home.
Now batting.
And Chicago is taking a 5-4 lead. Almanzar has blown the lead. Bickford goes after the first pitch he sees in this at-bat, but he does not hit it over the wall.
The batter.
And it's 7-5 now. Chicago ahead, and Schultz pitching into the 5th inning. Langford's gonna get a base hit. No, it's caught by the outfielder. What a play. Made it look effortless there for Sanchez. Here's Vidal Brujan. It's 9-5, and this winning streak seems to be over. It's Kyle Millar pitching. Millar's 34 years old at this point.
Here we go, here we go.
Langford on the ground.
He's out. Go get him. Attack him. He's out.
Hard turns too, and this is still a game. But the Chicago White Sox win. Almanzar gives up 7 earned. One of his worst starts of the year. Schofield looks solid. I just don't know if he's draftable. And Fernando Quesadera, if he falls, we might have to take him, man. 99 potential, perhaps. It's went up. It was 98 before, and it. A very intriguing player. That's the week for scouting. Like what I'm finding out here. Hour and 34 minutes into the video. I think we'll finish the month and call it an episode. No pitching today. We'll definitely get some pitching in for the draft episode. Draft day is 13 days, so be 9 days. No, I didn't want to do that, man. I simulated a game, and it looks like we just lost to the White Sox again. We did. Unbelievable, man. I'm not happy about that at all. And I did not want to simulate ahead this far. But trying 57 pitches.
Counts 1-0.
57 pitches.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey!
I don't know. This
One
game
ball,
is something
2
else
strikes.
sometimes.
Hey!
It's not a perfect game yet. We'll say that.
Get ahead, stay ahead.
It's Carlson, he knows something about clutch hitting against the Royals.
Hey, you got one.
You know all too well. On the ground, Donaldson finishing him off. And the MVP batter, Spencer Torkelson, base hit. We just give him the best pitches to hit. That will happen. At least he didn't have a no-hitter going, I guess. Alvarez could very much so tie the game with one swing.
Hey! 1-1.
2 down.
Goes the other way and just foul.
Nope.
Don't get him to bite there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Hey, sit him down. Strike him out. Here we go.
We got full count.
Does not chase. On deck is Max Anderson, and I think you'd live with Max Anderson being on, and it's a hit and run, and it will fail. Absolutely terrible time for a hit and run, and we make it pay. Miguel Lopez, the player of the game, and the player of the year, in my opinion. So we lost the game against Chicago by simulating. And Harding just gives up 6 earned. Not happy at all with what I'm seeing from Harding. Maybe Harding's just going to have to be someone that comes out of the bullpen. You know, we got pitchers like Darrell Goodwin and Santana that you could argue are going to be way better than Harding. When do you give guys like this a chance? You know, if Goodwin, I'm not sure if he's quite ready yet. The walks per 9 is at a great spot. But he's still got to work on the home run and the pitching clutch and a lot of stuff. But Santana, a little bit more further along. You know, his control is always going to be an issue. But he's interesting. You know, Harding has just not had that great year yet for us. We're waiting to see if he can hit that potential of... He's got 89 potential. Like, this guy, you want him to be good. I mean, let's take a second and admire Walter Wannabe's season so far. He's been amazing. Let's get into the game against Detroit, and Matt Manning is the pitcher. We're going to do it. We're going to do everyone's favorite player, Mark Carrara. At some point, when do you think that Mark Carrara just comes off the bench for the rest of the year? When do you pull the plug on this? We're over halfway in the season, and he's a 178 hitter. I did not think Carrara would be this bad in the pros. I figured he was coming a long way, and I think I kind of rushed him in a way.
Slow him down.
Batting fifth, the second baseman.
Halu Lee, and he is a very intriguing player.
Got in.
You know, if Lee can be a good hitter, why can't Carrara? I don't get it.
No one better. Start it up.
I think at some point I gotta treat Carrara like a pitcher on my team. Just don't play with him for a while and then come back.
1-2.
You know, I think we've added Carrara in this season so much. I've been so excited about his rookie year, but I don't think there's a reason to get excited about it anymore until there's a reason to get excited about it. I think I just need to highlight the better players on this team more and let Carrara be himself.
Now batting, the third baseman, Mark Carrara.
Heading in, pitching in the third.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Go.
Yes.
And Carrara out of gives him a pitch to hit, and he drives it to the deep center field grass. Just not good enough yet. I think that's the realization that a lot of us are going to make.
No ball. 1 strike. Ball.
Wow, Fleming is nasty. That one fooled me. The first one I shouldn't have swung at, but that one,
2. 1 ball. 2 strikes.
wow. I don't know, but this Josh Fleming kid can throw. I am all the way out of it. At this point, I'll take it. Hit Carrara, please, man. Put him on base. Please hit him.
That's an out.
Detroit comes back and wins. Unbelievable, man. That's how we end the month of June. We showed promise, but we're still 6 games under 500 at this point of the season. Come on, dude. June was a tough month for Mark Taguchi. He struggles. Tom Wetzel has a tough month. Diego Fuentes shows me enough. Chris Feliz, great month for him. Howard Hanna, unhittable. Kevin Kopps, he even gets spotlighted. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call up Diego Fuentes to AAA. Oh man. I'm gonna call Tierney up to the AA team. Chad Bennett hitting 260. I'm gonna call him up to AAA as well. And I would take Nacho down a level. Who do you call down? Dude, Ben Rainey has 17 shutout innings. What? Oh, you sent down Cedeno. What do you? Guess so. Now what do I do? No, and Cedeno can go to. You go back to AAA. Dude. Ah, so tough. Guess we're moving Henderson to single A. Yeah, that'll do it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We continue to stay under 500, but we're finding a way out of it, maybe. And I think this last month of July will be the true indicator of how good this year will be. If we continue to lose, I would expect anything to happen at that point. But, you know, we have so many meaningful games here. We have 10 games against the Twins. This could really make or break the season. And it's winning time now. We have to start winning. It's a tough stretch of games coming up, but it's time to win. It's time to beat these teams. And the next episode, we're gonna see some pitching, and we'll see the draft. And I don't know how many games we'll get in. I think we'll just see some pitching and maybe a couple hitting, but and then I think a different video will be the rest of July and what we do at the trade deadline. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm out.